Welcome to Cloud Training for Enthusiasts. My name is Osatome Patrick Aigbo-Ogun, and today we are having a free open source, open air lab. And I'm outside today, and it's just to change the environment. And we're going to be talking about the class we started with, which is Bash. Last week, we talked about how to create multiple files and how to write, how to create files, how to create documents. Which is also known as a directory. Then we also talked about to use Vim, how to use Vim, Touch, Echo, and more. We did more about Linux last week, and it was fun. We run in multiple scripts, and it was so fun. And we also talked about the permissions. The permissions and control. Let's say security. Let's say Linux security. These are things we talked about yesterday. And we were advised to complete our Linux on hash, which should give us more overview of everything about Linux. Then we also advised to also get our Linux system ready. I know we have challenges. I know we have other work that we are doing. You understand? You know, I know sometimes it can be challenging, but this is just something that we need to take us to the next level. So I will also admonish us to complete those things and go back to that last video and watch it and complete it on hash. You get yourself ready for more for class. Okay, now today we are going to be talking about the bash itself, the .sh file. So most times I can call this, I can't hear using my boat. I can't hear you, sir. Using my boat laptop, okay. So .sh file is also known as bash file. Just like when you write a document in Word, right? In Microsoft Word, if you write a document, write something in Word, document in Microsoft Word, the extension is going to be what? doc.x, Abi, right? Doc, the name of the document. Or let me use the word file now so that you not confuse us. The file name .ox, you understand me? So when you're also writing, maybe you want to do, different applications have their own extension. But for bash has the extension of sh. And most of the scripts, so like bash.sh, or we have either Python, it's going to end python.py. Then Node.js, and Node.js dot what? JS, Terraform dot what? TF. So different companies, different file name have their own extension. But for bash, the extension is that. But for you to run a bash file, same thing as running every other file, just running other application, you must have the necessary permission. So the other interesting thing about file that I want you to understand, most times whenever we want to download an application or install an application, we download a lot of files. I know some of us want to install any application now. You download a lot of files, and those files will be in one document. They will be in one folder. But there's going to be the one file that we have exe, something like that. We have .exe. When you click that .exe, it will start installing the application. What happened is that .ext file has some lines of instruction that will enable you, whenever you click it, it will trigger that file. That file will trigger another file. The other file will trigger another file until every dependency required for the application to run is installed. So that particular file that has a exe is called executable file. So same with Linux. I know some of us have that experience, right? If you can relate, can you just say hi? If you understand what I'm trying to say. How many of us have installed and done any installation in the system before? Huh? Solomon, yeah. Solomon, please explain if you want to install. Do you have any installation file in your system? They just show something so that they will understand what we are trying to talk about here. Please. I can't hear you.
1 second. I'm trying to share the screen. 1 second. Let me share my screen. So I could, for example, I could download a file, like it's normally like something of this sort, whereby it's executable, where if once you click it, it will automatically start downloading. Well, my system is new, so I really don't have any more exe files on here, but it's somewhere similar of these sorts.
Okay, but we can't see your screen, I think.
Oh, really? I think I'm having difficulty learning how to share a screen. I don't know why. I don't know if you can guide me and help me how to share the screen, but I've tried and it's not always working.
Yeah, it's part of the thing I wanted us to do today, but it seems like most of us are not really.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I noticed that some of us were actually, because for you to share your screen, you need to log out. Normally, you just click share screen. If you see share screen and you're not seeing desktop, you're just seeing only two windows, maybe one white stuff and other stuff. It means that the team of your Linux that you are using, the user of the Linux you are using, does not permit sharing of screen. It's another security measure though, so that you can secure your system. That nobody will just wake up one day and log into your Linux and start sharing screen. You understand, for security purpose. But there's another user in your Linux. Under when you open that part where they say enter your username and password, if you go down by your right hand, you see a little icon that shows two user there. One is XOSORX Linux, another one. So the one that start with XO, that's the one that have the permission to share screen. So you click it, immediately you click it, you will not notice anything, but something have happened. Then from there, you cannot share your screen. Because I want everybody to be able to share screen. That is another challenge. One of the things that's one of the advantage of Linux security, you understand? But if you can do that, log out, enter your Linux, as that part where they say log in to Linux, where you put your username and password, you will see the icon there under. Just click that icon, you understand? Then you select the one that start with XE or BXO. Then you are in. Then you now put in your password, you'll be able to share your screen. So if you have not done that, just try that. Because I want everybody to be able to share screen, right? You understand me? Because we are going to be doing more playground. Good. Good. Yeah. Good. You're able to share screen now. For you to be able to do this, it shows that you can share screen. Then if you cannot hear audio, on your screen, it shows that maybe your system audio is not installed. So you can just run sudo apt update and to update all the drivers for you. Okay, now let's go to the main thing for today. As I was saying, let me hold on, please. Let me go straight to what I was talking about. Please stop sharing and let's continue from what I was saying. So in an executable file, some of us may not know what that executable file is used for or what is the purpose of it. You're like, you want to do one application, you just be downloading like 20 applications, 20 files inside. Because why? There's a file that's supposed to trigger the other file, and that file is supposed to trigger the other file. In an HTML file, it ends with .html. You understand me? Then in a PHP file, it ends with index. Most times it's always index.php. So what am I trying to say is that I can decide to write one script, one file. For example, now let's write a simple file like create. Let's say create directory. Now that create directory is like, okay, let's say create directory means make directory, right? mkdir. Let's call the name of the directory Julius. Then I want inside that directory to also have I want that directory that I created. I want also enter inside that directory cd what's the directory name? Let's say we'll call it Julius now, right? And that Julius cd Julius, that means Julius is the name of the directory. So this script will now enter inside the directory, right? Then I will now say touch or I can say echo we are here into a file called May 2023.sh. So you see this simple script. If I run this script step by step on my system, it's going to give me this permission, right? I'm going to have it. For example, now let's try this. This is the script. Can you see my screen? Let's try this. Please just stay with me. It's a simple walkthrough. Okay, now let me open my terminal. In our next class, everybody, there are some things you're going to install. That means before tomorrow, you're going to install VS Code. I want to install VS Code, install most of the dependency application. But for now, I just feel since we are still coming in on board, let's just take it slow. Okay, now let's go to my terminal. I'm using a MacBook. If you're using Linux, the same thing. You can also walk along with me. Terminal is, yes, the terminal now. I can press Ctrl T. I can get my terminal. It's my terminal. Okay, these are the scripts I want to run. You can see the script I want to run. One, you see the script I want to run. If I press enter, ls, you see that it has created a file here. If I say cat may, you see that we are here, it's already inside. You see, I ran 3 scripts at the same time. So you can actually create, I can actually create a file. Say PW.
Sorry, Mr.
I can hear you.
Sorry, sir. Yeah. Did you just write this stuff now? Or was it because you're using the was it notepad or something? As making it reflect here.
No, I just typed it. I just copy it and paste.
Oh, okay.
So I just copy and paste. For example, I say cd --, you see that ls, you see that I created a folder here called Julius. Because this script I wrote now is this is the script I wrote. Let me put it here. You see, I wrote this 4 scripts at the same time. So I said it should make a directory called Julius, right? The second thing it should do, it should enter inside the Julius folder, and it should write "we are here" and create a file called me.sh. It's a simple, it's not really a serious thing, just a simple things I say you should just do. But instead of me to be writing all those things, to be communicating, to be writing all the scripts every time I want to do it, I can just create a file. You understand me? I can go to, let me remove M arrow, remove with root force Julius, because I didn't plan to do that. CD doc desktop. We are using desktop in our last class, right? Then I created these are the files we created in our stuff. Let's create another file. Let's say make directory cloud training for Enthusiast 2020. So this thing I'm doing now is what separates you from those people that actually just go and do that on hash and feel that they have known it. You understand me? Because it's not about what you know, it's what you can do with what you know, the usage. Now, for example, now I can create a file. To create a file, you just say touch, right? Or I can use Vim. Last time we used Vim to create a file. I can say Vim, let's say automate, auto.sh. I say enter now, it will automatically create that auto.sh. If I paste those scripts, you see these scripts now, I normal pasting now, I just copy and paste. So echo, sorry. So in this script, this thing I just wrote now, they are not new here now. You already understand what this thing is, right? This one means make the directory Julius, enter the Julius directory, CD Julius directory, and then, excuse me, let me, because it's case sensitive, let me make sure that I'm using.
That's my confusion now.
Yes, it's case sensitive. Now I said, make directory Julius, enter the folder Julius, echo we are here into a file. You automatically, this file does not exist, but after I execute this file, this echo will now write we are here into this file. Now let me do more files. Let me create more files. Let's say echo May 2023 Enthusiast. I'm moving EN because I know, because we don't have excuse. Enthusiasts are the best. Inside a file called Enthusiast 2.sh. So automatically I'm having two files now, right? Now I can now say, okay, fine. What I want to do now, let me, you can just decide to write more things. Like I love cake. Echo, I love cake. I love cake into a file. Let's call it cake file. .sh. So this file I'm writing here, it shows that this file I'm writing here, it shows that I'm creating how many files now? Because this echo.sh is going to create a file. Please don't confuse it. It's not simple, it's not that hard, right? Don't let it confuse you. Are we confused now? Do you understand what I'm doing?
So I have a question, sir.
Go ahead.
There's you know, the greater than sign. If you want to, there was something on that this thing that we read, that is it on Ash? Yes. That if you want to override, or that you want that what you have written to reflect, so that it doesn't overwrite the one that you have to use a double greater than sign. But
Yes.
you are using a single one here.
Because I'm creating a different file, right? Remember, we
So
talked about it when we were doing our lab now, that if you use a greater than sign ×2, it will take you to the next, sorry. If you do that like this, Control I, then up, yeah, I told you if you put two double sign here, it means that you can go to the next stage. But now I'm just creating a random file. I'm creating 3 files. I'm just writing 3 things into the file, just for us to test it, right? It's not like the standard. I just want us to just test it, because actually this script here, echo we are here, is not a script in SH, because it will not ever run. Or we can even, okay, let's try this. Let's just continue. We are just trying to we're just trying to test and just see how a file can create another file, and that file can execute another file. But this one is how one file can create another file. So now, if I say ls, I have just one file here, cd, sorry. Okay, let's move mv auto. This is the file now. Auto, let's move it into class training for enthusiasts, which already moved there. Let's go into the class training for enthusiasts. I'm going to do cleanup. Sorry. CD class training for enthusiasts. Okay. Clear ls. So what I did is that I created a folder, class training for enthusiasts. Then inside that folder, and I created something inside that file called auto.sh. Inside that auto.sh was what I was just doing now. You see, inside auto.sh, I said make directory Julius, that whenever I run this script, whenever I run this file should be help us to make a directory. You should also enter inside the directory Julius. Inside this side Julius directory, you should create 3 files. So you understand me? Should create 3 files. Maybe I have an instruction. I want us to have a simple instruction. Instead of me to be telling you all the instruction every time, I can actually put all those instructions inside one file, and we can execute that file. That file will give us all the instruction that we need. You understand me? Like, for example, now this is the file ls. This is the file auto file. And inside this auto file, I wrote all these things. If you also in your system do the same thing, you write all these things, create a file or vim into a file and put all these things inside the file, you're also going to have the same results that I'm having now. Let me share it with you. These are the things I want the file to create for me. So just create a file, create a file, put all these commands inside the file and close it. But the truth is that for me to execute this file, watch this, how to execute a file. You press // the file name auto, but you must have the permission to auto.sh. You must have the permission to execute this file. Just like double clicking, you know, when you have exe file, but you want to execute it, you double click it, right? So to double click in Linux, you just press // you understand me? Auto.sh. But this file will not run because why? I just created it, and the file is not an executable file. So I have to make it executable file. If I press enter now, it will tell me permission denied because I don't have the right to execute this file. But if you look at my rights here, ls-l, you see that the user can only read. In fact, nobody can execute this file. This is read write. That means the root user can only read write. The group can only read, while the user can read. Despite I'm the owner, I cannot execute this file. To execute this file, you have to change the mode. You look at that Linux on hash we did that I sent to you. Change mode is there. So to change permission, you just do change mode. That means please modify this file. I can do change mode now because I'm the one that created this file. This is the user that created this file. So I can use it. This is the user. So if I'm not the user, I will use sudo to have the overpower to change, but I'm the one that created this file. Does it change mode? To execute a file is 400. Or you can just say user u plus x. Then the name of the file, which is auto.sh. But listen to the thing is not about you just changing it. It's about what is that file doing. That's what your mind should be thinking. So after this, execute this file, I expect you to think of something that you want one file to do for you. Maybe 5 things that you want the file to do for you, apart from what I did now. That is how you learn. That is how you become a DevOps engineer. That's how, look at a solution. Maybe you want to write 20 files. How do you simply run a single file and the file will create it? That is automation. If I press enter now, what it will happen is that if you are using your Linux system, you will see that the file will change to green. This file will not change to green. But for Linux, for Mac, it does not change. But you can also get it by saying, if I do this now, you see that I now have read, write, execute. The owner have read, write, execute. So this X was not there before. You look at it. The S was not here. The S is now here, meaning I can execute this file. So if I do like this now, enter. Now he said, sorry, if I do like this and I say auto, automatically, you see, it shows that nothing happened, right? But every thing inside that script has been executed. If I say ls, you see that now it created it. It created a folder. It created a file called auto.sh. Now let's go into that file, cd Julius. You see that the things I say you should do, I say you should create 3 files. It created the 3 files. Now let's see, I say you should write something inside that 3 file. Let's go in what you wrote in this file. Let's see for me. You see, he said, we are here. Then if I say cat cake, you see that I love cake, right? If I say go to execute cat ed2, you see that you write May 2023 enthusiasts are the best. You can see simple file, which is just one file, which is sorry, ls. You can see just one file, this auto file created this folder, and inside this folder, he wrote all those things I wrote. So you can see, if I open that file again, cat auto, you see that what I say you should do, I say you should create a folder, which is this folder that he created now. You understand me? Then you should enter inside the folder and write this script and write echo, we are here into a file. You know, I told you echo can create a file, right? So you see this echo created this file. This another echo created another file. Another echo created another file. What if I put all this name into as one single file? It's going to write all this file inside that file, but I'm creating a 3 separate file. So it's a simple stuff. What if I wanted to create more file? Simple, I'll just open that file, Vim, auto, I start adding to it. Let's say, mention one of the name, blessing. Say echo, blessing is beautiful. We are done. So you see, because I did not write, it should create a file. What it will do is that after executing every file, it's going to print this thing. Let's say blessing is beautiful, comma, we are done. So what I'm trying to say, many of us have been using ATM. Whenever you are using ATM, you see a mini everything will not say transaction completed. This is what they always write, echo transaction completed. So that means if the transaction was successful, but if the transaction did not successful, echo abort. So what I'm trying to say now, I say echo blessing is beautiful, we are done. But I didn't say you should write it inside a file. I just say you should write it. Yeah, so if watch, if I execute this file now, no, I told you escape, column WQ, enter. What will happen if I say ls, nothing has happened to the same file. But the challenge now is that because the file already exists, I'm going to have an error. So 2 things I have to do, ls. 2 things I have to do is that I modify this file. Let me modify it so that it can execute. So make directory. When you see make directory -p, excuse me, hi. Excuse me. Hi. when you see make the directory minus P, they are actually telling you that if the directory exists, minus P means that if the directory exists, don't create another one. But if it does not exist, create it. You understand me? But the challenge is that you can see, let's alter this stuff. Let's say we are nice. Instead of we are here, then which on that one? The second line is perfect. Then I love cake still remains I love cake. Let's assume I want to put on that in here. I love food. Okay, now watch. We are done. Control Q. Mind you, what the difference is that I only just added minus P. That's the best practice whenever you want to create a file. Don't just create a file directly, especially if you are running a script. But if the file exists, it will hot to stop. But if I put minus P here, what happens is that if the file exists before, it's going to leave it. But if it does not exist, it will create it. That's minus P here. Now enter. Let me execute it again. I told you, you don't need to run the command of changing permission again. You can only change permission just once. So by the time I execute this file here, this is how to execute a file. Enter. You say, blessing is beautiful. We are done. Remember the first time we executed the file, it did not show anything on the screen, but I know that it was successful. But sometimes I want to know if we are actually done. That's why I added that last line. Blessing is beautiful. We are done. So you understand? So instead of that, this we are done that he gave to me shows that everything I said the script to do, he has done it. Now let's go. LS, you see that nothing changed, but this is where you now understand that something has changed. If I say CD, Julius, then if I say LS, you see the file still remains the same. But if you now go inside the file, cat, May, you see that it has changed to we are nice. You understand me? Then if you go to the next one, which is cat, cake, you now see that I love cake, I love food. You know why it's like that? Because I use that double line. You understand me? I use that double line, so it's not overwriting. The first one overwrites, the second one did not overwrite because I say I love cake, I love food. You understand me? Then if I execute the third one, what's the third one again? May, you see that we are nice. You understand me? We are nice.
Okay, so I have questions, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is when you use the command echo, you know, is it compulsory that you must put that .sh for when you are making that file?
And the .sh is the kind of file I want to make. I want to make a file for bash, because you can actually write one script. Inside that one script, you can tell that script to write another script inside that same script. You can just do it like that. You can write one script, you can use that script to write another script and change the permission for that script and use that script to write another script. That's why I just wanted just start, because tomorrow we're going to do more of this. I want to
my question is that is when you're making a file using that echo, it's compulsory that you must use the .sh.
Yes, it's not compulsory you use .sh when you are using the echo. Okay. But if you want to make a bash script, it's compulsory you must put echo. You must put sh, I mean.
sh. Okay, so the sh is obvious that it's the bash script.
Yes. The sh is what Linus will see, or the interpreter will say, oh, this is a bash script.
Okay. Then my second question is, how did you copy from that Word file? Is it Word or something? That file, that how did you copy and paste?
Control V and Control V from the notepad. Why to paste on the document is Control C on the notepad. To paste on the document is Control V. That's for Mac. But for Linus, you press Control Shift V to paste. And Control Shift V to to copy from the terminal. You know, normally every document you can copy, but if you want to copy from the terminal in Linux, is Control-Shift-C. If you want to paste, is Control-Shift-V on the terminal. That's only for Linux, but for MacBook, just normal.
Please, I'm somewhere that I cannot get. I didn't come with my pen. I don't know if you can just text, write it on the chat so that we can just.
Yeah, you're still going to have this this video, right?